All right. Shall we start?
Yes, we shall.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we're going deep into one of those stories, the kind that feels straight out of a movie. We're talking old world wealth. Think Monaco, billionaires, and a cold blooded murder.
Ooh, I am into.
We're talking about Helen Pastor. So the Pasteur family practically built modern Monaco. It's actually said that they own 15% of the real estate available for rental in Monaco. Mhm.
That's money.
I know. You can think of them as the royal family of real estate. Now, our focus today is on the matriarch, Helen Pasteur. At the moment of this incident, she was 77, a total powerhouse worth billions, 25 billion actually, with a B.
Good
Yep,
God.
I know. And on a warm night in May 2014, Helen Pastor's life completely shattered. The date is May 6, 2014. Helen is in Nice, France. Not far from Monaco, but it's a different vibe. She's visiting her son, Gildo. He's in the hospital after having a stroke.
Ooh, poor thing.
I know. Fun fact, though, about Gildo. He's a co founder of an electric car company with Leo DiCaprio. Yep.
What?
Yep. I know.
That's totally
With Leo.
random.
I know, right? All right. So, anyway, Helen spent some quiet family time with her son, and around 7 p.m., she decides it's time to leave. She gets into her black Lancia car, so like her minivan.
Mm.
With her is her longtime driver and butler, Mohammed Darwick. And sitting in the back is Belle, her white uh, Pyrenean, I don't know how to say this word, Pyrenean shepherd dog. It's like this big dog. I rescued one once a while back, but they're
Oh,
humongous.
Pyrenees.
Pyrenees. I wrote Pyrenean. Anyway.
It could be.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, whatever.
It's a fancy dog.
It is. It's a fancy dog. So it's Mohammed in the driver's seat. We have Helen in the passenger seat and her gorgeous dog in the back seat. The car pulls out into the busy road in front of the hospital's cafe, and that's where it all happens. A man appears out of nowhere like a ghost. He has a sawed off shotgun and he fires straight through the car window, close range. The results are brutal. Both Helen and Mr. Darwick are hit. Belle is fine. And then, just as quickly as he appears, the man vanishes into thin air. He's
Good.
gone into the darkness.
Good God.
I know. I know.
That's so.
It was like this.
Good God. That's insane.
Hmm. I know. So witnesses are screaming. There's chaos. The police do get there pretty fast. Helen and her driver are rushed back into the hospital where Gildo was.
Hmm.
And immediately after, rumors of and conspiracy theories start circling. Who would want to do this? Who would want to hurt the second queen of Monaco? There were rumors it was the Italian mafia. Perhaps they were trying to strong arm her into a less than desirable deal and she didn't want to budge. Or maybe it was Vladimir Putin trying to send a message to the US through, Barack Obama. Since back then, President Obama was freezing US based bank accounts of wealthy Russians to send a
Mm.
message to back off the Ukraine. Others thought it had nothing to do with politics. They argued it must be one of the tenants. They're rich and powerful, and maybe they didn't agree with the rental increase, or maybe a refusal to replace something or cover the cost of something. It sounds
Mm.
stupid, but these kind of people aren't used to the word no. So, I mean, it could be, right?
True.
Yeah. And in fact, like some of the wealthiest people that I've met, which are very little,
Mhm.
but they're usually the ones that want to spend the least amount of money.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
How else do you stay
It's
rich?
ridiculous. Yes, it's ridiculous. They have short arms and deep pockets. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. People with money.
I know. So the only thing that's clear is that it isn't a mugging. This is a cold professional hit. Helen and Darwick are both fighting for their lives. Their injuries are severe. The driver, Darwick, is in a coma. He actually passes away just a few days later. He's the first official victim. Helen
Mm-hmm.
holds on for 15 more days and she's able to speak a little. The police, desperate for answers, ask, "Who did this? Like, why you?" She whispers a few words, but nothing concrete, nothing that names the killer. So on May  21st, 2014, Helen finally dies from her injuries.
Ooh.
Now, yeah, I know. Now the investigation is on full force. The pressure is huge on the police. Nice police are out there looking for clues. Maybe the killer left something behind, but they have no luck. No witnesses that saw their faces, no car, no nothing. But they don't give up. They know that in today's world, a digital footprint is just as important as a physical one. So they start pulling phone records from the area near the hospital before, during, and after the shooting. They look for burner phones, cheap disposable ones used for this exactly, and they
Mm-hmm.
find one, a single phone. It pings a cell tower near the shooting at the exact right time.
Oh, whoa.
Yes. They track that phone and it leads them straight to Mr. Al Hair. So they're like, easy, right?
Sure.
Within, yeah, within 2 months, the police have their guy. They arrest the hitman who originates from Marcel. Is that how you say it?
I believe so,
Yes.
yes.
So, so he was a hired gun. So who hired him? The police find that most of his calls were with a guy named Mr. Bill Katir. Now I apologize. I'm going to butcher the majority of these names because they're from Marcel. Like most of the criminals are from Marcel, and I can barely speak English. I don't know what language they speak in Marcel, but
I'm not
it's
sure
just
where
very
Marcel is.
different. Yeah, I don't
I
even
want
know
to
where the
say
fuck it is.
I want to say maybe France. It sounds like it would be French.
It sounds like it's French, but all the names are just so different.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So, anyway, another guy from Marcel with no connections to Helen or her driver. So, that was it. Like, they organized everything for what? The police knew they had to be someone more, like someone else. And eventually, they did catch a break in their case.
Oh God.
Hmm. Do you know why most murders are committed?
Because somebody hates somebody.
So it's usually for one of two things: passion, someone
Mm,
hates someone, or money.
true.
Yeah. In this case, and that's why the husband is usually the first, like when a wife goes missing, the husband is usually the one that they go after first.
True. True.
So, and then the second person they go after is if there's like an insurance policy, who's getting the money. So
Oh
it's usually
yeah.
passion or money, right?
Oh yeah.
So in this case, Helen, although married twice, she didn't show any signs of having a lover. Not to say that she didn't have romance in her life, but a crime of passion didn't really fit the bill in this case. It was
Mm-hmm.
pretty obvious that whoever did this did it for the money. So
Mm.
who was set to gain the most?
Obviously, her son.
But he's in the hospital suffering
Oh,
from like a stroke, right?
sure.
So Helen
Does he?
had two children, Gildo and Sylvia,
Mm.
and Belle, the dog. Three. So Gildo, because
I
dogs are
mean,
like kids.
obviously, it's not the dog.
Right. It's too obvious.
Way too obvious.
Gilda, we know he was hospitalized after suffering a stroke or heart attack, a stroke. It also couldn't have been her dog, like you said, because she was in the car with her, and that is just way too risky.
No kidding. I mean, come on, dog.
I know. So who does that leave?
Oh.
Sylvia. Yes. She was 53 at the time of her mother's murder. On the contrary, what you might think, Sylvia wasn't that typical flashy heiress we're used to seeing, like no Paris Hilton. She was
Mm-hmm.
a dedicated businesswoman, wife, and mother. Although technically she wasn't really married, but she did have a lifelong partner. We'll call him, he's Polish, and we're just going to call him Mr. J because his name is just Wojciechowski Janowski. So we'll just call
Oh.
him Mr. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this story has like the wildest names. They were they met. They met while he worked at the famous Monte Carlo casino.
Oh.
Yeah. So his job was basically like a human face detector. I believe he identified the whales, so the people that invested a lot of money, or not invested but spent a lot of money, and the cheaters, like the
Mm.
card counters and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway, legend says that after Sylvia met Mr. J, she was so charmed she got a divorce from her Italian baby daddy and decided to raise her daughter with Mr. J instead.
Oh, whoa.
I know, the tea is hot.
I mean, I don't think I'd want to leave the Italian.
Right? He sounds hot.
He does. It's the Italians. Plus their food. Are you kidding me? I could have pasta all the damn time? Sign me up.
Well, I mean, apparently Mr. J was just very charming.
Ugh.
So I know. So they never got married officially, but they were together for 28 years. Yeah. That is until the son of a bitch decided to kill her mother.
Whoa.
Yes. Yeah, it's him. That's right. The little fucker killed her. You
Why?
see, it was presumed that Helen was the reason why Sylvia and Mr. Date never actually married. Helen worked for her children and she didn't want anyone else to take that away.
Mm.
And in 2012, so 2 years prior to Helen's murder, Sylvia was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it said it took a toll in the entire family. And that includes
Definitely.
Mr. J. Yeah. The man could barely sleep at night worrying about who would fund his shopping sprees if Sylvia died.
What an asshole.
Right, 'cause they're not married. So it's alleged that this is when Mr. J started planning Helen's murder. Uh-huh. I'm guessing his plan. Yeah, I know. I know.
What an asshole.
Right. Plus, Sylvia gave him everything. Like he was like a face detector at the Monte Carlo casino. And then after meeting her, like she gave him money for investments. She even got him a job a as the Polish honorary consul of Monaco. Yeah, and he was like on the board of a few charities, something about like there was one about autism, like children with autism in Monaco. There were quite a few. And the guy was just so charming and loved by everyone. He was always welcomed at like socialite events, and he just like really screwed up his life. I'm I'm getting his plan was to kill Helen and then marry Sylvia, since Helen was the reason why Sylvia wouldn't marry him in the first place.
Mm.
That way, if Sylvia died, he'd still be taken care of.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But then this still doesn't explain how the fork he met the two hitmen. So as soon as they're taken into custody, like the two hitmen, they start talking about planning, the guns, the escape. The two most alarming discoveries from their confession were one, they were paid a ridiculous small amount. Guess how
How
much?
how much? A
Guess.
thousand.
No, no, no,
thousand.
no, no. No, no, no. Not so ridiculous. But think like it's someone who has now that you know who did it, Mr. J,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the partner of Helen, of Helen's daughter, and Helen's worth $25 billion. Like, how much do you think he'd pay for her murder? Like, how much are you willing to pay to get half of $25 billion?
Oh, if you're gonna get that much money, you're not gonna want to spend a lot. You want to get every penny you can get your hands on. So, I'm assuming a
Yeah,
couple thousand.
just a couple thousand.
Yes.
Ugh, so annoying. Well, Christy, you're right. To me, it's ridiculous. I would have paid 1 million or
I
like
mean,
500,000. So, okay. So they were given $140,000, and then that needed to be split two ways.
see, cheap bastard.
Well, that's what he got caught. And the second thing is they don't know who hired them. They just got a random middleman who transferred the cash over. So again, who ordered it?
Mm.
So the police go back to the phone records, the hitman's disposable phones, who was it texting and calling? They trace it backwards, which, by the way, I didn't know you could do that. And the trail leads them to a personal trainer named Pascal. I love that name, by the way.
I mean, who
I
doesn't
love
right
that
now?
name. Yes. He'd been hired years earlier to be Mr. J's trainer and to be Sylvia's massage therapist. So Pascal's lawyer later shared that he became part of the family, part of the inner circle, and he got to witness Helen's constant calls and arguments with Sylvia, mostly involving her husband or her partner, Mr. J,
Mm-hmm.
and his excessive spending.
Mm.
Now, can you guess how much Helen gave her 53-year-old daughter as a monthly allowance?
It's got to be in the millions.
Monthly allowance, monthly.
Uh, let's say a million.
Oh my God. No,
Am I over or under?
you're over.
Oh, 500,000.
You're so
Wow.
close. 650K.
Oh, okay.
But a month, girl, a month.
I mean,
That
that's a
is
lot of
so
money.
crazy. I
To us,
can't.
that's a lot of money. A month? Wow.
I wish I could get that in a lifetime.
Right? Oh.
Okay. So 650K. Most of which Mr. J had full control over.
Oh, fuck
Now,
that
don't
guy.
get me wrong, he did have a job. He was the honorary consul of Poland in Monaco. You know, Sylvie got him that job, or maybe Helen
Mm-hmm.
did. He also had his hands in different business deals, but many of those went south quickly, because he's a dumbass.
Of course. What a moron. Oh my god.
I know. So Mr. J started luring Pascal in, giving him a taste of the good life, letting him know that if he behaved and did as he's told, he'll be taken care of.
What?
Uh-huh. So on Christmas Eve 2013, Mr. J shows up for training, particularly annoyed, and he flat out says, I need you to help me solve a problem, aka my mother-in-law.
Mm.
At first, they didn't know exactly how to do it since Monaco is covered by police and cameras. But when Gildo had his stroke or heart attack and was hospitalized in Nice, they knew this was their chance. Less cameras, less security, less, and it's like a long drive. Usually, Helen would drive for 45 minutes one way and then 45 minutes back.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
That's what I do daily for work.
I know, but this is like Nice, Monaco. Hello.
Oh. In Houston time, that's nothing.
I know. I used to drive to the medical center, and it would take me on rush hour coming back from the TMC to my house, which should be if there's no traffic, should be 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
would take me 2 hours and 30 minutes.
That's about right.
Yeah, crazy. But anyway, so they knew this was their chance. Now, Pascal wasn't a killer, but he did approach the brother of his girlfriend for help with recruiting someone. That man is Mr. Belcatir.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, these names are just so weird. So Mr. J got in contact with his trainer Pascal, and then Pascal got in contact with his girlfriend's brother, Mr. Belcatir, and then Mr. Belcatir hired a hitman named Al Hayr.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like that's a little chain. So that's how he did it. The police move on Mr. J quick, the honorary consul, the man who had been with Sylvia for 28 years. They arrest him, and what happens next is just unexpected. Mr. J confesses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he flat out says everything. But then immediately he retracts the confession, claims he didn't understand the questions. He speaks English and Polish, not French. He says it was a misunderstanding. So the police needed to prove it. They looked for the motive. Why would he kill his partner's mother? The answer, as always in this family, is money. See, Sylvia Pastor was said to inherit a massive fortune, hundreds of millions of dollars. They discovered he had been mismanaging Sylvia's money for years. Yeah. And Helen was suspicious. She was starting to ask questions. She controlled the purse strings, right? Because she could cut the allowance whenever she wanted.
Absolutely.
So she could have Mr. J exposed. So he decides the only way out was to eliminate the problem. So to kill Helen.
Oh.
Yeah. Sylvia claimed she knew nothing. She was completely duped by her partner of almost 3 decades. The trial turned into a huge circus, girl, like a circus in France.
I believe that.
Yes, there are like 10 defendants in total, like 10 people involved. Everyone from the hitman to the people who organized the money transfer, but all eyes were on Mr. J. Till this day, he still claims his innocence. During the trial, he looked polished, he looked composed. He tells the court, I'm a man of peace. The evidence, though, is overwhelming. The phone records, the money trail, the testimony of the people who worked for him. In the end, the jury sees through his lies. And on October 2018, the verdict comes down. Mr. J is found guilty.
Oh, good.
I know. The 2 hitmen and the rest of the other guys were also found guilty. The sentence for Mr. J, life in prison. Yes. Apparently the French legal system doesn't mess around with premeditated murders. He appealed the decision, and in 2021, the sentence was upheld. Mr. J is still serving his time. Now, the Pastor family's empire remains the same, but it's forever tainted now. A story that started with the glitter of Monaco ends with the grime of betrayal.
Ugh. Wow. First of all, I'm glad he's rotting away in prison. That's what you get, you jerk.
Me too. Oh my gosh, that's what he gets. So thank you for joining us today. If you want to dive deeper into the pastoral family history or have further questions, please leave us a comment below. Until next time, do you want to say our phrase?
Oh, so may your gardens be lovely, your dreams sweet, and your drinks not poisoned.
Until next time.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Bye.